Dominating every situation you face like Ragnar Lothbrok from Vikings. Commanding respect and striking fear in the eyes of your enemies if necessary. This is the breakdown of the body language of a dangerous big man. Enjoy! So right off the bat you can see that's not Ragnar, but this man on the left here has a pretty good posture, right? He has his chin elevated, he's dotted with his eyes, the direction he's walking to. Kind of chest out, shoulders back. He does have a good posture, but they're both moving a little too fast, right? If you want to be the big man, if you want to show off confidence, want to intimidate people in general, you really want to move at your own pace, move slowly. And then here in the background, you can see this guy kind of having his arms, kind of clasped, his hands clasped together in front of his body. I see a lot of people doing this. What he does here is protecting this area, which are vital organs. So this is kind of a protective body language here, but also submissive. Also, he makes himself smaller with that. You don't really want that to happen because you want to use your hands to make yourself bigger. That's why your hands are there. It's the most scarce resource in social interactions is having your taking up space. It's very, very, very strong. You can also see this man doing the same thing, kind of making himself smaller here, having his hand on the sword, probably showing off that he's able to, get his sword out and fight. But in terms of confidence, it's not a great look because he just makes himself smaller here. And then on the other side, you can see Ragnar. Just his overall size is already very good. Okay, he has a great build. Just a big guy, all right? He's probably the biggest guy here. And just having a good body, lifting weights, so you can see it here. Just makes yourself already bigger, taking up space here. This guy in the back here is doing a good job too. He kind of has his arm kind of flared out here. Also great way to create space for himself here. He's not a huge guy, but he does create good amount of space here. And you can also see how he instantly has strong eye contact, alright? That's a very powerful thing. All these guys actually have strong eye contact. Each single one of them. And eye contact is just a very powerful thing. You have to watch out that, probably with Ragnar, I wouldn't stare at him for too long because it does kind of look like you're ready to fight. So looking away is kind of this prey thing. So, you'll see prey just looking around. Prey have the eyes on the sides here. Kind of looking this way. Humans aren't prey. Humans are predators. So humans have the eye at the front of their face. Here, you don't know where the eyes are. And that's also a reason why you shouldn't look around all the time, because that makes you look like a prey, because you kind of use your eyes like you would have them on the sides. So if you want to look dangerous like a predator, kind of look in the direction you're facing and you walk into, and also hold strong eye contact. It's very powerful. You see Ragnar doing it a lot. Now here you can see the smile, right? The quick fake smile here. Have a look. Right there, okay? The reason I know it's a fake smile, although, we already saw that it's a fake smile because he instantly broke it. But if a person smiles and you're not sure if it's a fake smile or not, look in this direction here. There are a lot of this position spot here. There should be a lot of, wrinkling going on, frowning going on. There just should be something to see. There's not, because it's a fake smile. And also how he uses his elbows flared out here. Again, creating a lot of space for himself. Just a great look, okay? His overall posture is pretty great. Chin up here, just strong eye contact, chest out, shoulders back. Overall, pretty straight. He's having a great posture. Overall, his build, helps with it. Just very dominant here. He's the big man. You can instantly see it, alright? And then here, how he kind of protects the cross here, but a lot of fidgeting going on with his hands. Clear sign of nervousness.
I have been sent here by...
And then also how he instantly breaks eye contact by looking down, right? That's just pretty much a submissive move, prey move, just kind of avoiding eye contact by looking down. Worst way you can break eye contact. If you break eye contact, do it to the sides. By looking down, you just seem like the victim, like the weak part. You don't want that to happen, alright?
Egbert, King of Wessex. The king...
And here you can see a slow turn, you know, a slower head turn of this guy. So he's obviously also a confident guy. Moving at your own pace, just turning slowly is a very powerful weapon. And also how he instantly has strong eye contact here, okay? Although his head and body isn't faced that way. Just, you know, kind of having your eyes turn before your body is another big man move. Or, you know, or also just having them, you know, you see a lot of big men move or turn their body, and then their eyes are kind of either kind of staying at the same point, all right? So if he would move back, his eyes would probably be the same direction and move like the last, you know, not, you know, his body would turn first and then his eyes would turn. That's a big man move right there.
Regrets your attack on the Holy Church at Winchester. He wonders how much longer you intend to remain in his kingdom.
There also the way he kind of, you know, here, the things here, just a big, like, gasp here, just, you just see how that he's nervous, alright? His whole body language is just nervous, fidgeting here, you know, a lot of frowning. He does have his chin very elevated, but it's probably too much. His overall performance is just very nervous. And I think that's kind of obvious because he's facing the Vikings, one of the most dangerous, you know, human groups in this era. So it's obvious that he's nervous, but if it would be like Tommy, he would hide it, alright? And that would just give him probably more respect from the Vikings, because you wouldn't see if he's really nervous. And that's emotional control is very powerful stuff, alright? You want to kind of practice that and learn that big man thing. And then right there, you can see this man's body language here kind of has his arms behind him. I think he's hiding his sword, which in this case it makes sense that he's, you know, having a body language like that. But if you're not having a sword, which I don't think you do, this is not a good body language in general. You would rather want to stand like this man, kind of having your arms flared out a bit, you know, creating space here, makes yourself bigger. Very important. Also have a look at how slowly Ragnar walks here, okay? He just slowly begins to walk, very slow pace, move it in at his own pace here. Just the big man thing, always move at your own pace, okay?
Upon what he'll offer us to leave.
Then also how he just instantly invades personal space, touches the things, you know, this man has on. It's just very dominant, okay? If you come in a position where it's not weird to kind of invade personal space, for example, like a back tab is a great way to invade personal space, or kind of a tap on the shoulder. In this case, you know, he uses this part of his clothing to kind of show that he's not afraid of him. Also maintaining strong eye contact here. You can just see the difference in power. He's kind of, you know, surprised, kind of nervous, looking down, like a bit scared. And he's just all up in his personal space, touching the things this man owns, while having strong eye contact, kind of looking down to him. So his size, his height, also kind of gives him an advantage here. Makes him look more intimidating. But then also just his overall size is very important too. how he invades the personal space here. Very strong.
Oh. What do you love for us to stay? Stay.
Then here again, you can see 2 quick turns. He's not moving at his own pace. He's moving way too fast. He's nervous. He's it just doesn't look like he's pretty insecure, because you don't want to move that fast, all right? Moving fast is kind of like always move at your own pace, okay? There's this example where people are walking down the street, a lot of crowded street, and then the door gets slammed, and 50% of the people instantly turn their head. Then 40% or 45%, kind of flinch, jump up, scared, have some emotions on their face and how they walk. And then there's this 5% completely unbothered, unfazed, just keep walking in the direction they wanted to, like it never happened. That's the big man group, okay? So that's really the group we want to be in. And you can see how fast he turned here, right? He's kind of the fast turner. He's the one who's just really easily just kind of nervous, just kind of getting anxious here. I mean, obviously, he's very intimidating, but still, it's just not a great look for him, okay?
Yes.
So I don't really know why. I think his chin is slightly tucked back. He looks a bit weird of his head. He does have a great posture, but his chin is kind of, I think it's tucked in. It looks a bit weird. He also looks pretty scared here.
We want to make peace with the king. Peace.
Then here just a lot of personal space being invaded again. This is just a powerful thing. Also, while he's invading his personal space, he's making himself huge. Okay, using his arms to just take up more space, kind of stealing his personal space, kind of being like, okay, I can touch wherever I want, all right? If you have something, to say, tell me. But you could just see that this man's not doing anything against it. He's just being disrespectful here. Doesn't really care. Make himself big, being in his personal space. Just a show of dominance here, right?
So we don't have to kill anymore.
And then here you can see the kind of whisper, right? He's switching his tonality from normal, kind of whispering now. And that's a great way to have people listen to you. Okay, whispering is very powerful. A lot of people don't use it, but whispering, if you do it, in the way that other people understand what you say, whisper is a great weapon in social interactions, all right?
I will relay your message to the king.
Here again, a lot of touching on him. Kind of been like, yeah, I can touch your body if I want. It's my property. What are you going to do about it? It's just very, very strong. Also paired with the piercing eye contact here. The slight smirk on his face. Just overall very confident, okay? Smirks also again. Big man smirk. It's just a lot of dominance showing off here, okay? He has no respect of this guy, and he shows him. Then also before he had his hands facing downwards, which is a way to kind of calm them down, and this way he kind of stopped them. So you can see this man posture kind of folded together now, making himself smaller than he really is. He is pretty small, he doesn't have a big frame, but he's making himself smaller than he is. Not great. Want to make yourself big. Also, yeah, you can just see the difference here, okay? This width between this, okay? Ragnar's also having his hands in front of his body, but he's just so much bigger just because Jim really helps with being big. Also, here just stands. Actually, both of them have a pretty good stance. Stance is very important. You don't want to have your feet, kind of close together and see anyone. Maybe, these are horses. You don't want to have your feet like this close together, that there's a feet. Just have a proper distance between them, makes you look more dominant, more no, not dominant, but confident in general, taking up space again. Yeah, alright, so there is not much body language here. I think that was it for the clip. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned something. Till next vid, bye.